Hi everyone, Leon X here, and this time we're gonna be playing Crimes and Punishment Sherlock Holmes. We're gonna continue that one case. The Abbey Grange affair. It's been a while since I did some recording for this game. I don't know, I guess there's just way too many I want to record, but I don't know, with the job and all, and trying to find things interesting. I don't know. I just thought maybe this was the right time to do this one.
Not a word. Into your clothes and come.
Man, it's still early in the morning.
In the sitting room.
I'll be like, screw that. I just want to go sleep.
I've just received a note from Inspector Lestrade. A letter from the suburbs. He is in need of my presence. Whenever he has asked for my assistance, it has always turned out to be entirely justified. I fancy that every one of his cases has found its way into your collection.
Yes, they all seem worthy of...
However, I regret your fatal habit of looking at everything from the point of view of a story instead of a scientific exercise.
Oh, Holmes, you...
I beg your pardon, I digress. It would be much better to examine this letter than to try to convince you.
Very well. Let's look at the telescope. Oh my goodness, she is still there. Does she just stand there 24/7? What the fuck is wrong with her? God. Seriously. That lady needs to go to bed. Not just stand there. Oh yeah. Whoops.
The letter is on the table. You should take a look.
Take the letter.
I can tell from Lestrade's handwriting that he was in a hurry when he wrote this letter.
So that's the address to Sherlock Holmes' place. I'll try to remember that.
A wax seal with the monogram E.B.
Rotate. There we go.
The Brackenstall family coat of arms.
Do I really need to look at all that just to open the goddamn letter? Alright, here we go. My dear Mr. Holmes, I should be very glad of your immediate assistance in what promises to be a most remarkable case. It is something quite in your line. Except for releasing the lady, I will see that everything is kept exactly as I have found it. But I beg you not to lose an instant, as it is difficult to leave Sir Eustace there. Yours faithfully, Inspector Lestrade. Alright.
So, what is it, Holmes?
Promising, as always. It appears to be a case of murder.
So you believe that Sir Eustace is dead?
I should say so. Lestrade wouldn't have sent for me for less. His writing shows considerable...
There's too many murder cases in this game.
He's not an emotional man. These people belong to high society. The quality of the writing paper, the EB monogram, their coat of arms. The crime was committed before midnight.
Holmes, how can you possibly tell?
Well, it is all thanks to Lestrade. He wrote his letter at 3:30 in the morning. Imagine the chain of events before that. The local police had to be called in. Scotland Yard was notified. Lestrade himself had to make haste there, and finally compose the letter he sent to me. All of that makes for a fair night's work.
It makes sense. Lestrade also speaks of the woman he released.
That seems to indicate that she had been held somewhere during the crime. Much time has been wasted. Let us find a cab and go to Abbey Grange immediately.
Come.
I live in hope of an interesting morning.
Come, the game is afoot. The Abbey Grange. Oh, there we go. And here I arrived.
Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson, here you are. I'm very glad that you have come. but perhaps I should not have troubled you after all.
You shouldn't have.
And why is that?
I was busy sleeping.
Brackenstall has come to her senses, and she has given so clear an account of the affair that there is not much left for us to do. You remember that Lewisham gang of burglars?
What, the three Randalls?
Exactly. The father and two sons. It's their work. They stole a silver service, which is of great value.
Sir Eustace Brackenstall is dead, then?
Yes. His head was knocked in with his own poker.
A violent act of aggression.
Yes, the poor lady. She has had a most dreadful experience. She was assaulted and tied to a chair. But I think that you would best see her and hear her account of the facts. She's in the morning room with her maid to raise a right.
Where is the body of the deceased?
In the dining room. We haven't touched anything.
All right.
Yet.
I'm going to examine it.
Very good, Watson.
Alright, he gets to go look at the damn body while I have to look around. Oops. I didn't mean to push that.
Lord Ramsay Brackenstall.
Lord. I want to read the picture.
Lord Brigham Brackenstall. Sir Warthen Brackenstall.
These are all the damn Brackenstall family.
Lord George Brackenstall.
Brackenstall.
Baron Lyndon Brackenstall. The Brackenstall family seems rather austere.
They do.
Ladies, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock
Oh,
Holmes.
shit.
I'm assisting Inspector Lestrade.
How
in
did you get that
investigation.
damn black eye?
Mr. Holmes.
Holy crap, she
I'm the
got
wife
beaten.
of Sir Eustace Brackenstall. We were married only a year ago.
I am sorry for your loss. Please accept my deepest condolences.
I suppose that it is no use my attempting to conceal that our marriage has not been a happy one. I
Holy
fear
shit,
all
that is
will turn
huge.
out.
Damn, that's a huge
Even
ass
if I
bruise.
were to attempt to deny
Somebody
it.
must have really punched her like 3 times right there on the same place. Wow. Let's check you out. Fresh bruises. Pale cheeks, of course. Gold brooch, kangaroo, blah blah blah. Australian. Elegant dressed. So she's Australian of origin. A wedding ring. And old bruises. Yeah, did you get smacked in the hand so much or what? What happened last night?
Can you describe to me the events of yesterday evening?
Is it really necessary? I have already told Inspector Lestrade all that happened.
Well, you can tell
Yes,
me.
madam, it is.
I will tell you then. Sir Eustace retired about 10:30. I sat in this room until after 11, absorbed in a book. Before I went upstairs, I entered the dining room to fetch a candle and... oh God.
Please, go on.
As I approached the French window, I found myself face to face with an elderly, broad-shouldered man who had just stepped into the room. Close behind the first man, I saw 2 others. One of them struck me a savage blow with his fist and felled me unconscious to the ground.
And then?
When I came to myself, I found that they had secured me tightly to a dining room chair. It was at that instant my unfortunate husband entered the room.
He fought with the intruders?
Yes, I think he had hurt them, for he was holding his stick. But they were 3, and he eventually succumbed. One of them, the elder one, struck him a terrible blow with the poker. I fainted once more. When I opened my eyes, they had withdrawn. Then my brave Teresa came to my assistance.
Did these 3 villains steal anything?
Yes, I found that they had taken the silver from the sideboard, but you can see for yourself in the dining room.
That's all they took?
You mentioned that your marriage was not a happy one. Was there anything specific that was troubling you?
He was not a nice man when he was drunk, and he suffered from dark moods, but nothing else.
You lie! I saw those old bruises.
Bruises on your hands are at least 1 week old. Your husband caused those bruises?
Oh, do you? Yes, He did. He was very angry at the time. Out of control. Again. Sir Eustace was a drunkard. To be tied to such a man for life is worse than death.
Your ladyship?
Now, to the maid.
Teresa, I would like to hear your testimony.
And it better match the story that I just heard. So, last night.
As I sat by my bedroom window, I saw 3 men in the moonlight down by the lodge gate. But I thought nothing of it at the time. If I'd known...
And then?
I went to bed, and it was more than an hour after that I heard my mistress scream. And down I ran, to find her tied to the chair and him on the floor with his head smashed. That's all I know.
See. Wrinkles. Handkerchief. Working hands. Coffee stain. The Times. Family business booming. Family business booming. The Randall gang is back on the street. Less than a fortnight ago, this infamous family of burglars, the Randalls as they are known, made their appearance by way of a brutal but successful intrusion into one of the wealthier homes in Sydenham. The police are already on their trail. Holy shit, 5 pages. However, the details of the crime are being kept confidential, including that of the name of the victim. A witness was able to provide a precise description of all 3 men, and this will surely give the police a chance to complete their profile on this family of delinquents. We will take the liberty of reminding our esteemed readers about this highly dangerous band and to provide the full description as it is available at this moment. The gang has been in business for some considerable time, being a family of 3, a father and his 2 sons. The elder, Jack Randall, is a man in his 40s and already gray-haired, while of average height and build. Being the mastermind behind the burglaries, he retained control over his sons, both of whom are close in age but very different in appearance. The first son, William Randall, is a tall and broad-shouldered, with a small, disproportionate head. The younger brother, Melvin Randall, is somewhat weaker constitution, and is as skinny as a rake. The gang is wanted not only for their frequent thefts and break-ins, but for their exceptionally brutal pirate career they enjoyed before returning to England. Be alert, and may your valuables stay safe.
The description of the Randall gang provided by Lady Brackenstall is identical to the one in the Times article.
But can it really be them? We shall see.
This photograph of Lady Brackenstall and her maid Teresa was taken at a port, but which one?
Let's rotate. Oh, there we go.
So the lady and her maid came from Australia a year and a half ago on this ship.
Rock of Gibraltars. I just took the picture right in front of him.
A trapper's hut.
T. Let's concentrate. There are scratches.
These scratches are most definitely made by the picture frame.
Let's move it.
This is Sir Eustace's safe. There may be something important inside. I must ask Lady Brackenstall to open it.
She must open it.
Lady Brackenstall, Could you open this wall safe?
What's the
No, It is
combination?
my husband's safe. I do not know the combination.
You're a liar.
We have to open it. Your ladyship?
I shall break it then. Do you know the
My
combination?
mistress is very tired. Can't you allow her to her room?
Not yet. A crime has happened. I must solve
Let us try
this.
to open this safe.
A puzzle.
This safe can be cracked. I only have to pay attention. The dial will vibrate when it is set to the correct number.
Okay. Whoops. Whoop. 15. Yay. Whoop. 5. Yay. Did I miss something? Oop. Yay! What's inside? Medical report. So, Eustace, your current physical and mental state is of great concern. There are several signs of a hepatic decomposition. The last time that we met, your eyes were bloodshot and your skin was tinged with yellow. There is a particular odor from your breath that is common in those suffering from liver damage. You're alcoholic. Then there are the lung abscesses that we have discussed. The leg cramps you have described to me are caused by the unalteration to the nervous system, which in turn is caused by an excesses of alcohol. That includes the tremors. Your liver seemed excessively hard at the time of your examination, which is a sign of an evolving cirrhosis. Cirrhosis. There are also signs of ascites, fluid in the parenteral cavity, which are evident with your swollen stomach. Oh my god, I can't read. The pain beneath your left rib indicates a pancreatic melody. Is that how you say it? I don't know. Which may lead to your fatal and fulminant pancreatitis. Pardon me. Your condition may pose a risk to others. Your excessive alcohol consumption lowers your self-control and heightens your aggression. I'm available to help with you with this problem. There are a number of treatment options. I don't want to go to rehab. I love my drinking. I'm pretty sure that's what Sir Eustace says.
It is common practice to keep one's valuables in a safe behind a painting. It should not really pose a challenge for a criminal. Antique coins, possibly of value, but they're scattered without care.
That's because they're in a safe. So nobody cares if it's scattered, as long as the correct amount is in there. History of violence.
Sir Eustace's doctor speaks of his violent behavior.
Yes, Sir Eustace was an extremely violent man. A detestable human being, to be more precise. It is true that he once threw a decanter at me, and all because I dared to stand up to him in defense of my mistress. Sly devil. God forgive me that I should speak of him so now that he's dead, but a devil he was, if ever one walked the earth. We met him only 18 months ago. She'd only just arrived in London. Yes, it was her first voyage. She'd never been from home before. Wonder with his title and his money and his false London ways. If she made a mistake, she has paid for it, if ever a woman did. She doesn't have any friends here, so it was especially hard for her.
Oh, what a horrible thing to have happened.
There's more. There's more. What did I miss?
My mistress is very tired. Can't you allow her to her room?
What do you know about Sir Eustace, Inspector? What was his reputation?
A charming man when sober, but an absolute demon when he was drunk. Such moments he was apparently capable of anything. Why, once he splashed fuel on Lady Brackenstall's dog and set it alight. Another day he threw a decanter of wine at Miss Wright's head.
The alcohol seemed to madden him.
To the point that we were forced to intervene several times to avoid a scandal.
That is quite heavy.
Oh, what
Damn.
a horrible thing to have happened.
From this view, she looks like a zombie.
My mistress is very tired. Can't you allow her to...
Let's run in this room. It's very rude, but who gives a shit? We're Sherlock Holmes. Okay, let's go. Alright, onto the crime scene.
You should
Oh, the
examine Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
body. It's like totally dead.
So, Watson, what have you learned from examining Sir Eustace's body?
Well, I can confirm that the death was instant. Sir Eustace was facing his attacker when he received the blow to his head. There are no other apparent injuries.
Well then. Oh, let's tee this. Let's tee this. Mantelpiece.
It appears that the bell rope was cut by someone taller than me.
And it's missing.
A fur trader's cabin.
Examine the body.
That must be the murder weapon.
Oh shit, would you look at that?
The head was cracked with the force of the blow.
Ooh. There's
It is
blood.
covered in blood. Sir Eustace might have struck his head upon it while falling from the blow. That is one possible explanation. Barefoot. He had therefore been in bed and did not have time to fully dress. Quite a large stick, a formidable weapon.
Glasses.
A decanter standing next to the open bottle. An inseparable pair indeed. There is beeswing at the bottom, as if the wine had not been decanted before being poured. Chateau Calon Ségur, French wine, Grand Cru. This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing.
What does that mean?
This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing. It is rather strange that only one of these glasses has dregs of beeswing inside it, while the other two are clear. This door leads to the upstairs bedrooms. Apparently the criminals did not venture there. A deer hunt. A fur trader's cabin.
Am I gonna look at every
hunting
pictures of
scene.
these?
These wine bottles are expensive and mostly from France. This candlestick is valuable. It is interesting that it was not also stolen. An empty silverware box. It appears that the intruders have stolen the contents.
They stole silverwares. That's it.
A
Oh,
bottle
missing.
of wine is missing here. The criminals did not thoroughly ransack the house. They only took a little silverware.
But why? That does not make sense.
Sailor's knots. That's interesting. This rope was handled by the murderers. We need a scent hound to follow their trail. I will take it with me.
Toby. We need Toby.
This is the chair that Lady Brackenstall was tied to.
We gotta go find Toby now. Back to Baker Street.